It's customization time, guys, with McFarlane's Multiverse DC line. This is going to be so exciting. We're going to paint it. I'm turning this into a cape. I'm going to go ahead and show you the dry brush wash on this, maybe get him some flesh tone like him, and start to really customize these figures, paint them and make them look freaking badass, especially on these buckles here, and bring out the highlights and everything. So stay tuned for updates, guys. I'm going to show you right now how to do this. This is comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv, and get ready to have some excitement. Customization time is here, guys. Get ready. Very gentle dry brushing. It's beige. So let's start first by turning his jacket into an actual cape. So what I did was I took a pair of scissors and I sliced it accordingly right where the bat symbol ends, and then I sliced it up around the shoulder like this, and you'll see that there are two little spikes here, so that's how you can measure it as you go back. And then you cut it like this and then flip it around to the back. I did the same with the other side. Okay, and then what we'll do is glue this here and here to the back so that we turn the jacket into a cape. And when we're done, hopefully it will look something like this, which I think kind of has a nice kind of cool fabric-y, you know, kind of cape to it. I like this look for it, and we'll paint this black and then dry brush it and then wipe it off so it has a nice little shadows in the crevices. And then we'll do like a little bit of a silver wash over here to get some details. A little dry brush on that, and I think that should look nice. So highlight here. Same with the cape. We could even take this flap right here and then glue it like that, which will kind of help force the cape open. And I think that'll be a nice look. So we'll do that as well. For this guy over here, the Build-A-Figure, the legs are not released yet, not till November, I think. So I'll paint a deep black over most of it and then wipe it off so that the black only remains in the crevices. Because look at this great design. Like, a lot of that stuff is hidden. Then after I do that, I'll do the same with the machine gun here, and then wipe that off so that the highlights of the silver remain, and then in the deep crevices are the black paint. I'll show you the paint that I'm going to use as well. I kind of love this little head flip thing. I think that's super cool. Reminds me of a figure called, what was it called again? Power. I'm going to have to look that up, but it was so cool. And like you'd push a button on the waist and it would flip around. Back in like the 80s, it was an awesome figure. It was like, I think, around 8 inches tall, or 7.5 inches, 8 inches tall. Let's see. And then for this guy over here, all right, we'll do the same thing, add a little bit of like very gentle shadows under the muscles. And then for the face, I want this to look more like Frank Miller's Batman. So I'll paint this the same flesh tone that he has on his face. Okay, I think that'll be cool. For Wonder Woman over here, I mean, she looks pretty dope the way she is. It's pretty badass. So I might just, leave her as is. Potentially maybe put a little bit of a dry brush in the red. For the guitar for Batman here, maybe make this like a nice silver. Maybe the strings silver too. Robin is good. I don't think we need to really do much with Robin. I kind of dig him. I like the way he looks. Maybe just on the boots, a little dry brush silver on the boots. That might be it. He looks pretty great. I really like his design. And then the Superman, or the whatever this is, Superboy, whatever his name is. No, it is Superman. I'm going to try to only really highlight with dark brown the crevices in between the red and the boots. Okay, maybe the arm as well. Maybe under the chest slightly, but this is pretty dope as it is. This is a great looking figure. So I dig this. I think this looks good. Maybe a little bit of silver here, possibly, just to bring it out slightly. That's about it, though. I think that's cool. You guys may have noticed the limited edition exclusive Batman Beyond digitized version. This is the Chase figure. I really like this figure. Very excited to find it. They had it on eBay. I love this. This needs no customization. It's just awesome, and I'm showing you. Okay. Then, of course, you have the other two Batmans, one with the humanized the mask face, and one other with the humanized face. As you see over here, that's the actual detailed face, which I like better. Okay, let's get started and get some paint going over here. And please make sure to follow and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and you'll see some updates too. And here you see the finished cape, nicely glued together. Came out pretty perfect if you ask me. Cut out those little extra pieces to cover those little arm patch holes as you see over there, but look how smooth it looks. Came out really cool. Sealed the center of the cape, has a nice pleat, like a little seam there in the middle, and I think it looks great. So yeah, I'm excited that it came out good. I'm going to start to get the dry brush on him. This is the glue that I used. I wanted to show you really quickly here. Very great, terrific glue to have. And then my little art case over here, and these are the main paints that I use, just so you could see if you guys want to buy it. And they have a zillion different colors. Okay, that's the name of the company right there. Acrylic, heavy body, professional acrylic artist color. So it's very good, and it's just an array of brushes and just everything here. Okay, so that's the main stuff. I mainly use these for certain specific colors, like if I need gloss or things like that, I'll use this. Which is the really nice, here I'm trying to let you guys see that, Tamiya color, acrylic paint, and that's again the X22 for clear gloss. If we're going to use anything for like gold, this is really good. This Testors stuff is terrific here. Enamel, smells bad though. Same for like silver, but also for silver, this terrific pen just works wonders. It is true chrome, and if you guys look all the way over here, you can see I made that nice 13-inch chromed cyborg. Okay, so let's get back to it. Okay, so I have just, camera shut off by accident, I've just been like shading very gently with some black wash underneath the muscles here. It's very subtle, and then I put a lot of black paint here on the silver area, and then I highlighted it, washed it off with this paper towel so that the black went inside there, and then I used the silver pen over here to quickly give these like really nice metallic highlights. I also did the same thing on Superman's belt, as you can see, just the little highlighted silver areas, that chrome kind of look. So now I'm going to show you a little bit more of this, and we use this paint right over here, which is called Mars Black. So I'm just going to dip a little bit into the brush, and you're going to see kind of how I highlight right over here. So we kind of put just like that, very, very gentle dry brushing, and then as you can see, I purposely went over this area, then I take the paper towel and I wipe it off so that it just kind of lets the highlights get washed away, but the dark parts still remain. It's interesting. It's kind of, let me fix the lighting so you guys can actually see this. There we go. There we go. Now you could kind of see, you see when I fix the light, now you can see the shading. It's hard to see it before, I just saw on camera. But this is like kind of how you get this done under here. It's a very subtle kind of look, and then again you just wash away the excess, and I put a little bit, of course, in the pants, by underneath the creases, etc. And I'm going to try to do the other highlights on the rest of it in a moment, which you can see. Let's keep it like that. With this, since we have the blackout, I will try to highlight this area as well. Get my arm out of the way. Okay. Let's see if I can show you guys. There we go, and then we just kind of have to wipe it off. So it kind of gives a nice little, almost like an airbrush look, but I'm really dry brushing, technically speaking, here. Okay, kind of see that. Same thing under here. wonder how the paint got there. Let me just fix that. Okay. Wipe it off after we paint it on. Pretty good. Very subtle. It's very, very subtle. But it does give it a nice kind of definition, you know, and that's kind of what we really want to get. And here we go, and now that's the finish right there. Let me just try to get the lighting better. Now you can see it. See, there's the little nice little subtle highlights. Okay. All right, cool. So next, we're going to try to do the arms here. Again, the same technique. So we're just going to kind of run over it with some black and then wipe it away. And here you can see it's nice and finished up over here. Very subtle. Now we're going to do the next one. And over here you see the finished arms. All right. Hold on. Whoops. There we go. Whoops. Of course, it's focusing on the wrong thing. But there we go. All right, cool. Let's go now for the legs. Same technique we're going to use in here. Okay. So now I just kind of gave a quick little wash over it. Okay. I wonder why it's not focusing on what I wanted to. Let's try again. Here we go. All right. So we have, let me just lock it in here. Lock, please. Thank you. All right. And now you can see over here, kind of tinted it. Now I'm just going to outline the muscles, which I'll show you really quickly. All right. Let's start with this leg here. So we take a little bit of paint. Hold on. Let me dry brush that. And then we're just going to kind of outline these muscles here. It's very lightly. And then after we do that, we just kind of wipe it off. So a little bit of the residue of it stays in the highlighted shapes. Okay, let's wipe that off. Okay, there we go. So you get like a nice little definition there. It's not focusing. Come on, focus. There we go. Okay. Kind of see how we're doing it there. And it's darker than the camera is picking up. So again, let me try to show you with the lighting. So you kind of see it there. All right, and we'll get the next one. Okie doke, and then here are the finished legs. Let's pop them together. Okay, let's get this one now. Okay, looks really cool. There we go. Nice. Let's get the arms in here. Nice. Very nice. I like Borat. There we go. Dude, the proportions on this figure are outstanding. And just to let you see, like, it's really big. It's a very large figure. And now we got this nice cape we pop in here. Just hooks right into the front and boom, into the back. Okay, we could put like a little wash there. I don't know that it's so necessary, but it might look nice. But this has a nice kind of shading to it. And now the head, as you see, was this, but I want to paint this part here, the mouth. So let me mix some paints and we'll get to that shortly. But first, while I have the black paint out, I'm going to paint all this black and then wipe it all off, okay? Which will be interesting to see. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm wiping the black off, and as you can see, just finishing wiping it off here, whammo. See, it has a lot of definition now that it did not have before. Pladow. Alright, cool. So now we're going to use this silver paint over here and dry brush over this because I put a little bit of black on it, but it's not too noticeable. But I'll dry brush a little bit of this to bring the highlights out in it. In fact, first, while I'm getting this ready, we'll start with the boots. So we'll start with this, and this is going to be kind of fun because you just get a little bit of silver in there and you just very gently brush over it like that, and boom, it immediately comes right out. Look at that. Look how it starts to pop. It's really, really nice. If you compare, you see, like, it really pops here. So let's focus on that, and that's the way it looks. You see how it just gives it just the right highlights. There we go. I love that. It's so subtle, yet looks really cool. Boom. Get a little bit up in here too. Okay. A little bit got in the gray. We'll just wipe that off. A little dab of water. Pop it in. Let's get a little bit more. And get the next one. There we go. It's very subtle, but it nicely stands out, and it gives it such a dry brush gunmetal look. So I love that. I think that it's such a successful way to bring out highlights. Silver on black looks really cool. Let's get the arms. Go. Looks really cool. Okay. Not too much, but just enough. Alright. A little bit more silver in there. Dry brush the back. Like so. Very subtle. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It gives a nice look to it there. Alright. Going an upward stroke and then a downward. Yeah, it just looks perfect. Look at that. So quick. And the cape came out really nice too. Look at that. Boom. So he's pretty much finito. We finished him nicely. There we go. Okay. Now we can also, even though this doesn't really need much of it, we could run like a light little layer over it, just very lightly to pop it, make it pop in little areas, just a little bit. Look at that. Nice. Okay. The arms here, just kind of go against the grain of these tubes. So if you look, you can see the tubes, and we're going against the grain of the tubes. Okay, and then here we're going top to bottom, so the shadows are kind of, we could even do a little bit on the bottom too, but see, that really brings out the arm detail nicely. Hold on. Okay. Wow, that looks really killer. So sorry about the blurriness. Look at the comparison. This one you can't even see the detail now, and this one you can. So it blends nicely. So let's get the same thing for this arm here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this arm here. And let me see if I can put this like this. Maybe it will focus now on this better. Okay. There we go. Oh. Great. Very subtle. Has a nice, perfect sheen to it here. Let's wipe a little bit of that off. A little bit too much. Okay, cool. And then of course over here, we gotta turn this thing in this way. It dries very quickly. There we go. Nice subtle look. Yeah, that looks much better. Oh, we want to get the little rings of the inner shoulders here. Brush them opposite to the grain. Okay. Oops. Looks almost like a rubber tire. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and give a thumbs up, guys, if you would. Please share the video. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, and we're getting close. Only about 1,500 away from it, so that'd be awesome. Okay, then let's get this bad boy. This one's going to be rough to kind of do it properly, but I will try to the best of my abilities here. Just mixing the paint, getting ready. It's a little too harsh, so we want to wipe it off. A little damp cloth, wipe it off here. All right. And let me get that. Okay. And you'll notice I also darken the silver on the chest emblem with a little bit of black to kind of help it blend. It looks pretty good though, and we'll get a little bit on the side. Top, and then just kind of wipe it off a little. Again on this side here. Upstroke. Cool. That looks good. Right over here, just dry brushing over it very quickly, and this gives it a really nice sheen and highlights all the detail that you could not see as clearly before, while still making it look dark. So it has a nice gunmetal black now versus just that kind of muted gray that I didn't like. Now the back's going to be fun because look at the detail. This should really pop on the back here. Look at this, guys. Ready? Here we go. Bang, look at that. Bang, pops right out immediately. All that detail pops really nicely with this dry brush here. Okay. Really, like, what a massive improvement these little highlights make here. Take a look. Cool. Let's pop it together. Boom. Here we go, guys. Nice and built, put together. So yeah, I think that looks great. Can't wait to get the legs so that we can finish it. So stay tuned and subscribe and follow so that you can see us finish it up together. Put the legs on and everything, okay, guys? Also, while I have the silver, I think I'll do Robin's boots just a little bit. I think that would kind of bring it out just a touch, and I think that'll look pretty nice. So let's get that right now. All right. Very nice. Look at that. That's all you need. I feel like the Bob Ross voice is coming. Little happy tree on Robin. See, it just brings it out really nicely. And there is actually detail here too. Let's put a little bit of dry brush on here, not too much. Just a little bit. See, and it's perfect. It's just subtle enough. It just has a nice, perfect look to it. Cool. All right. And if you guys remember, I was telling you about the silver pen and this, right? So we could just run this silver pen like right over this, like on top. And you'll see how it just gives a really nice look. And it just, oh my God, it's like coming out so good. I mean, like, it literally just got all the strings. Like, so perfectly. Wow. Look at that. Incredible. I mean, that already makes it look so much better. Let's see, what else can we do here? I think the guns. This also dries pretty quick. Not too bad. Just cleaning it up a little bit. And then we can get the axe, I think, very easily here. And what's kind of cool is it almost looks like it's blood on the tip of the axe if you leave it like that. I just realized, so you could actually probably leave that. That looks cool. I touched it a little too soon. Ah, I did. What a shame. Just a little water here. Clean it up. Alright. Go over it again. Nice. Okay. And then we can switch to the fine tip pen. Get that out. Okay. And the fine tip pen. Get the detail right over here. Highly recommend you get this pen. Liquid Chrome is the name of the pen. For those of you who are interested, there's a big W on it. Alright. I did it again. Keep smearing this because I'm impatient on this. I'm actually learned how to be a very patient person, but I'm kind of just tired and rushing this right here. But I think we got it. Okay, let's see. Whoops, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks really cool. Look how much better that looks now. Liquid Chrome, awesomeness. Get these last strings up here. Okay, cool. I think we are good. Let this dry. All right, and now we are on to painting the head Batman. But first, we're going to detail this really quickly. This is a dark brown and black that I mixed together. See, I just put it in like that, and then whammo, I wipe it off with a damp towel. Okay, and then see, boom. It gives you all that nice detail in there. Isn't that cool? Go. There we go, look at that. Nice and detailed. Now we'll do the same thing here with these awesome boots. I mean, all the awesomeness is there already. It's just a matter of bringing it out. This little extra paint. Okay. So wherever there's a crease, you want to paint in the crease. Like so. Okay, and then take the damp towel, wipe it off. See, and then all that nice dark shading goes into the crevices. Perfecto. Boom. Okay. Nice. Super nice. Do the other one here. Okay, you see how that looks. And here are the finished boots. Whammo, there we go. Cool. And it's nice because it's actually a different sculpt on each boot, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm just going to detail the arm here real quick, like I did with the Batman. Okay, so now we finished him up. The arm is very subtly painted and shaded, as well as a little bit of black under the muscles of the chest. As you can see there, it pops out a little bit in the back. Boom, here we go. Now, we shall do Batman head. Here we go. So we mixed a little bit of brown, black, and this beige to get that tone, and that should be good to paint. So this was actually quite complex, but ta-da! Take a look, everybody. Here we go. I think it came out really good. Alright. So, and if you see all the different colors that I mixed, first we had this kind of brownish color, then I added a light highlight of just the flesh tone, and then add a little bit of red and mixed it back with the brown, and then put 3 different shades in that order, and then with the little kind of reddish brown at the end. Let me go really close here so you guys could actually see this. There we go. Now let's pop the head on. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, there we go, everybody. What do you think? I think it came out really, really, really solid here. Now you can really see the flesh tone as well. Alright, let me zoom back here so you can see the whole figure. And just a size comparison. So this guy's about 8.5 inches tall. This guy is 7. Boom. Yeah, it looks pretty dope. So I'm really glad how this all came out, guys. Let's put them all together and take a close look now. Wham! There you go, guys. You can see them all together here. And that is a pretty nice shot right there. Guys, this has been comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And please make sure to follow and subscribe. Give a thumbs up if you would. Showing all the detail here. And guys, if you get a chance, go to my website at beyondcomics.tv. Enter for a chance to win being possibly drawn as a character in my next comic book. And if you check in the description here, you will see how to download our comic book GEKIDO, which is co-created by writer Brandon Wilson and me, the artist Graig Weich. And that's downloadable at comicology.com or isneo for the full version, isneo.com, IZNEO.com, and then type in GEKIDO, GEKIDO, and you can download the comic book and see the whole superhero anime book there. And we officially got Ice-T's wife Coco as a super vixen in the actual comic book to draw her likeness as the character Cleo, and also Shang Tsung himself from the original and new Mortal Kombat 11, and the star of The Man in the High Castle on Amazon Prime. Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa as our supervillain, Lord Shinryu. And this is our comic book Gekido. You can get the signed copy at the website I just gave you, beyondcomics.tv, or download it if you like. And again, here is Coco as Cleo, Kari Tagawa as Lord Shinryu, and other celebrities as well. And this is some of my artwork here. You can see that I drew. So definitely check it out if you guys get an opportunity to at beyondcomics.tv. You can follow on social media right here. GRAIGWEICH, Graig, Weich at beyondcomics.tv. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to follow and subscribe, and as they say in comics, to be continued.